I didn't realize I had become optional until there was no chair left for me. It was her parents' backyard, folding tables, rented heaters, strings of lights that flickered like they were trying too hard. I had spent 3 weeks coordinating it, the catering, the florist, the permits for amplified music after 10, all of it routed through my contacts because she'd said, half laughing, "You're the organized one. I'd forget my own birthday without you." But that night, I stood with a paper plate in my hand while her cousins filled the last open seats. "Just squeeze somewhere," her sister said lightly, not looking at me. I told myself it didn't matter. It was just logistics. The snapping point came later, near the dessert table. I was asking her a practical question, whether she'd confirmed the final head count with the caterer because they'd texted me about an increase. She was already stressed. I could see it in her jaw. "Can you not?" she said first, then louder because her uncle had asked what was going on. "We don't need you to manage everything." There was a pause, a small audience forming. Her mother chimed in with a tired smile. "You're always in the way with these details." Laughter, not cruel, just dismissive, the kind that erases you. I felt something retreat inside me, not even embarrassment, just a clear, quiet understanding. I nodded once, put the plate down, picked up my bag. No one followed me to the gate. Driving home, I replayed it, trying to see if I'd overstepped. Maybe I had. Maybe I'd mistaken usefulness for belonging. I slept badly. When I woke up, my phone was vibrating against the nightstand. 7 missed calls, 2 from unknown numbers, 1 voicemail from the venue coordinator, her voice clipped and professional. "We haven't received the final liability confirmation from you. Without it, we can't release the extended hour permit. Please call as soon as possible." Another from the caterer. "We need your authorization for the additional guests." Then her sister, then her. I sat up slowly. Every contract, venue, alcohol permit, sound extension had been processed under my event management account. Not because I wanted control, but because I had the insurance coverage and vendor relationships. We'd agreed on that weeks ago. Without my written confirmation, nothing could legally proceed past 9 p.m. I listened to her voicemail last. Her voice sounded different, not angry, unsteady. "Can you call me? They're saying the music has to shut down early. The venue manager is asking for you specifically. I didn't realize—" She didn't finish the sentence. I showered, made coffee, let the calls come in again. At 9:17 a.m., the venue manager called back. His tone was unmistakable, formal, procedural. "Until we receive confirmation from the contracting party, we're obligated to revert to the original agreement. That means no extended permit, no additional occupancy clearance. It's not personal, it's policy." Policy, liability, insurance, words that don't bend around hurt feelings. By 10, her name lit up my screen again. I answered. There was no yelling this time. "I didn't know it worked like that," she said. "They're saying everything's under you." "It is," I replied. A silence. I could hear voices in the background, her mother asking something sharply. "They won't talk to us," she said. "They keep saying they need you." I waited. "I'm sorry about last night," she added quickly. "We were overwhelmed." It wasn't a full apology. It was a bridge made of thin wood. "I wasn't trying to control anything," I said. "I was just handling what we agreed I would." "I know." Another silence, heavier now. "Can you fix it?" she asked. I could have refused. Legally, I was within my rights. No confirmation, no event. But revenge felt loud, and I was tired of loud. "I'll call them," I said. "But we need to be clear about something." She didn't argue. An hour later, we were on a 3-way call with the venue manager. His voice was steady, impersonal. "Once Ms. S. confirms in writing, we can reinstate the extended hour permit. Without it, we must adhere to the initial contract. No ambiguity, no room for reinterpretation." Her family could hear it. The authority didn't belong to emotion. It belonged to paperwork. I sent the confirmation email while they were still on the line. "There," I said. "It's done." Relief flooded through her voice. Gratitude, too, though it sounded mixed with something else. Recognition, maybe. After we hung up, she stayed on the call with me.
"I didn't mean what I said," she began. I believed her, in the way you believe someone who doesn't fully understand their own patterns. "I know," I said, "but it wasn't the first time I felt extra." She exhaled slowly. "I don't want to be the person who only values you when you're useful." Neither of us rushed to promise anything. That afternoon, the event continued as planned. Music past 10, extra tables set up, guests laughing under string lights. I didn't go back. Later, she texted a simple thank you. The weeks after were quieter between us. Not hostile, just careful. I stopped automatically stepping in to fix things. She stopped assuming I would. We still meet for coffee sometimes. The laughter is softer now, not automatic, more chosen. Walking out that night wasn't dramatic. It didn't end a friendship or start a war. It did something smaller and harder. It proved I could leave without burning anything down, and that somehow changed the balance more than any argument would.